We running? Okay, all praises to the Most High. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, right? Yahweh being the name of God. Yahweh Shah being the name of Jesus Christ, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. We got to understand that the letter J is only 500-600 years old. So his name couldn't have been Jesus in the past tense, right? So it would be Yahweh Shah. And we come out here to Mount Nala to bring out the word of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
That's right.
Right? And we came for you blacks, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians of Negro and Indian descent to let you know that you are God's chosen people. Right? You are the chosen seed of the Most High. Get that for me. Khan. Let's open up. How y'all brothers doing, by the way? Y'all doing pretty good? Y'all know y'all nationality according to the Bible? Like, what's your nationality? If you had to fill out an application, what would you put, King? Or just give me a sincere answer if I asked you what's your nationality. It's a deep question, ain't it? Right? If I ask a Chinese man what's his nationality, he would tell me what? He's from Belgium, China, or something to that nature, right? But when it comes to our people, we're going to say what? We're going to say black, Afro-American, African-American, something to that nature. We would say that, right? But does the Bible call us African-Americans? Can we get on a plane and fly to the land of African-American? We cannot. We the only people that's under the curses of the Bible. And in the Bible that says we would lose our heritage. You read it? Okay, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 37. You give me Jeremiah 17. Matter of fact, before we start that, I want you to give me Luke 14:23. Because we got to make some clarity real quick as to why we here, right? Matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 3 and 17, Salaki. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. Because it's important to know who we are, man. Our heritage is the most important. Give me Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 17, right?
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
He made us watchmen. He told us to come out here, right? He made us watchmen. Read on.
Therefore, hear the word at my mouth.
Hear what?
Hear the word at my mouth.
The Lord said, make us watchmen. And when you see the watchmen, you should stop and hear the word out of the watchman's mouth. Let's not talk over the watchman. If you got questions, let's move in order. But let's hear the word. Read.
Hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
So we came out here to warn our brothers and sisters that we the chosen people of God, right? We the watchmen. Give me Luke 14 and 23, Mighty King. And what you holding? Hold what you got. Because we got to get back on the point of who we are. I want y'all brothers to really pay attention to that real quick, right? Because, hey, believe it or not, y'all mighty men in the Bible, right? And I'm going to prove it. Luke 14:23.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 23.
Get out.
And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and the hedges.
Did the Lord say go into the church, or what did he just say?
Go out into the highways and the hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
So we out here teaching you guys today because the Lord told us, required us to go out into the highways and the hedges. And when I look around, this reminds me of a hedge. It's a small town, right, in a big city, in a big state. And nobody comes out here to share the true word of God with y'all, right? But we out here to bring it out truthfully and sincerity, right? So you said to yourself, you was a so-called black brother, right? Or African-American. African-American is two European men. American Vespucius and Africo-Scipios, right? Those are two white Europeans, so we can't be that. But that would happen to us. That's the curses that we under. Read what you got.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
So the Lord said we become an astonishment, right? Read.
A proverb and a byword.
And a byword.
Among all nations.
Among all nations, read.
Whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So when we was brought here to America, right, by our oppressors, right, on them slave ships, because you know we got here on the slave ships, right, brother? You've heard that in school. You grew up in school and heard that, right? We will become bywords and proverbs. It's okay.
What now? What now? That's the people. What now? That's the president say. Whatever people, you born down there, but your family that's Asian.
So yeah, so you said what's up with the people, the Haitians? The Haitians are our brothers and sisters. You get that card I gave you? Look on the back of that card, King, and tell me what you see. And how did the Haitians get to Haiti? And look, he did that to a lot of tribes on the back of that card. The back of that card. He did that to the Puerto Ricans. He did that to the Haitians, right? He did that to the Dominicans. He even did that to the blacks. He did that to us in America.
Why you not supposed to do it?
Well, give me John chapter 10, verse 10. Check this out. This is why they did it, man. Because, hey, the white man, the so-called white man, they got a job to do too. And this is their job. This is their job.
The book of John, chapter 10 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
That was his job, was to kill our people, to steal, which stole the Native Americans' land, which is America, right? And to destroy. They destroyed our people from the inside out, mentally. We don't even know who we are. We call ourselves bywords, proverbs, and astonishments, like the young lion just brought out. Read it again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So that's what happened to us when we came off those slave ships, those cargo slave ships. We became property, right? And guess who sold us? Our enemy sold us, man. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 68. So our enemy sold us, bro. And you've heard of Kunta Kinte, right? They've made plenty of movies of Kunta Kinte. What did they do to Kunta Kinte? They beat him until he said his name was what? Toby, right? They didn't want him to go by Kunta, but Kunta, because the word Kunta actually is a Hebrew name, right? But let's read something real quick. Give me what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Lord said, oh brother, all praises. So listen to this again, King. One at a time, King.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Judith in the Apocrypha chapter 5, verse 11. So the Lord said he would bring us into Egypt again with ships. Now, what was our people doing in Egypt back in the day, right? Under Pharaoh. You heard of Moses? You've heard of Pharaoh? You've heard that statement, that slogan that says, let my people go? So he said to let my people go. So in Egypt back then, when we was delivered through Moses, right? We walked out of Egypt the first time. But what did the brother just read? Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Well, let's find out what that word Egypt mean in this precept. Read what you got.
This is the book of Judah, chapter 5, verse 11. Therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them, and dealt submissively with them, and brought them low with laboring and brick, and made them slaves.
And made them what?
And made them slaves.
And made them what?
And made them slaves.
So what was we doing in Egypt?
And made them slaves.
So we were slaves in Egypt at the time of Moses, when you read Exodus, right? And give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. So now, what we gotta, hold on, brother. Listen, brother, we can sing together, but we can't talk at the same time. I'm building with the brother. Show a little bit of decorum, King, please. I love you, brother, but just give me, no, you are a king. You're a king, but I'm dealing with the brother real quick. So give me Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. Hold what you got. Read what you got, please. Because we got to understand what that Exodus is, right? So check this out and what that word Egypt means. Read what you got.
The book of Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Right.
out of the house of bondage.
So what does that word bondage mean? You know what bondage is? Bondage is like slavery, right? Okay, so now, just jump back to 28 and 68, because I got to prove the point to you real quick, brother. Why we in the conditions we in. Read what you got, Mighty King.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
How did we get to it? How did our forefathers and foremothers get to America? On cargo slave ships, right? Right, so and that's what the scriptures just said. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
So we will never see our homeland again. We have not been to our native homeland, which is Jerusalem, right? Again, read on.
And there ye shall be held unto your enemies. You shall be held unto your enemy.
Meaning we're going to be sold unto our enemies, right? Read on.
For bondmen,
For slave men,
and bondwomen,
and slave women.
and no man shall buy you.
So that's what happened to us. That's how we got to America. Now, we got to ask ourselves, why did this happen to us? Because when you think about Moses leading the Israelites out of Egypt the first time, right? There was a covenant that we made with the Most High God, right? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 1. So check this out, King. I want to show you something, because I want you to walk with me, right? I want you to walk with me. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Brother, can you not lean on the table, King?
Proverbs.
Listen to this.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken.
So the Lord said, it shall come to pass if thou shalt listen. Brother, you've been drinking a little bit too much, Mighty King.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink.
Don't lean on the table, brother. We're trying to edify and show the people as they drive by. Read what you got. Start from the top.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently
Listen diligently after we came out of Egypt, read.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Our God, read.
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day,
He command us this day, read.
that the Lord thy God will set thee on high
He will set us on high. Read on.
above all nations
Above all nations, right? Read.
of the earth.
Of the earth. So Most High said, if we actually follow His commandments, brother, because He gave us an opportunity when we left out of Egypt, right, the Exodus. He said that He would set us on high and put us above all nations. And if you read Deuteronomy 28 and 14, you will see all the blessings that we would have gotten. But guess what? Guess what happened to our people? Yo, hold on, King. He trying to listen, brother. He trying to listen. How you doing, King? He trying to listen. So you following me, right, King? Brother, how you gonna talk over the Bible, brother? You wouldn't do that at work, brother. You wouldn't do that at church, brother. You wouldn't do that at church.
Hey, he's being nice because he's not an elder. I'm an elder. You understand? The fact of the matter is, the fact of the matter is you failed. You're showing these young men that we're supposed to be showing these young men how to do things, how to hustle, how to come to the Lord. And you're over here staggering and stumbling. And this is what you're showing the young men. And you're blocking us from doing our job.
Do your job.
Well, then back up and be quiet and let us talk. Let the word go out. Come on.
All praises, man. Give me Mark chapter 14 and verse 4.
Let's go.
Give me. So check it out, King. So you right? So watch this, because those were the blessings that we would have got had we listened. But listen to this. 15.
But Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. For it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
If we don't listen to Him, read.
to observe to do all His commandments and His statutes which I command thee this day,
Right.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, King. That's the Most High, brother. All praises, brother. All we trying to do is share with our people, brother. You notice that if it was a white man or something, our people wouldn't treat us the way we treat us. That's the curse that we under. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Listen to this curse, King. Watch this, because this is why we got brothers. Hold what you got. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Watch this.
Deuteronomy, Proverbs.